Hello everyone, I'm Yograni, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science, Chennai. Today, the video is about the poem Persephone Falling by Rita Dove. About the poet, Rita Dove was born on 28 August 1952 in Akron, Ohio. She is an American poet, writer, and teacher. Few of her notable works are Through the Ivory Gate, Thomas and Beulah. She has received Pulitzer Prize and National Book Award. To understand this poem, we need to know about goddess Persephone in Greek mythology. Persephone is the daughter of Zeus, the chief god. He is the head of all gods. Her mother is Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. Persephone was a beautiful girl. She loved to play around. One day, while she was gathering flowers in the vale of Nysa, she was seized by Hades, the king of the underworld. He kidnapped her to the underworld. Demeter, Persephone's mother, searched for her daughter everywhere. She was worried as her daughter was lost. She did not give importance to agriculture. Human beings and animals began to starve, which resulted in famine. Zeus went to the underworld to save the people from hunger. He commanded Hades to release Persephone for her mother. Zeus could claim his daughter if she had not eaten anything in the underworld. But Hades had tricked Persephone to eat pomegranate. Some version of the story says that she had eaten a single seed, another version says she had eaten 6 seeds of pomegranate in the underworld. So, she need to spend 6 months in the underworld and 6 months with her mother. Some versions say that she had to spend one third of the year, that is 4 months, with Hades and 2/3 with her mother. Demeter was happy to see her daughter. The land was filled with harvest. Goddess Persephone thus symbolized the return of spring. Having understood the Greek mythology of Persephone, let us now begin with Rita Dove's poem Persephone Falling. One narcissus among the ordinary beautiful flowers, one unlike all the others, she pulled, stooped to pull harder, when, sprung out of the earth on his glittering terrible carriage, he claimed his due. It is finished. No one heard her. No one. She had strayed from the herd. Remember, go straight to school. This is important. Stop fooling around. Don't answer to strangers. Stick with your playmates. Keep your eyes down. This is how easily the pit opens. This is how one foot sinks into the ground. Now, a short introduction to the poem. As we have discussed, the poem Persephone Falling is based on the myth of goddess Persephone. It is an Italian sonnet. It appeared in the collection of poems Mother Love. It is about motherhood. One narcissus among the ordinary beautiful flowers, one unlike all the others, she pulled. A narcissus is a daffodil, a flower that grows buried deep in the ground. It is poisonous. Persephone sees a beautiful narcissus flower. It appears to be very beautiful among the ordinary flowers. Therefore, it grabs her attention. She goes closer to it while no one else dared to go near it. She then tries to pull the flower from the ground. In the first line, observe the words ordinary beautiful. It says that the flower is ordinary and beautiful. This poetic technique is called juxtaposition. It is a fact of two things being seen or placed close together with contrasting effect. Stooped to pull harder. Persephone now stoops, that is, bends down to the flower. She tries to pull it even harder. When, sprung out of the earth on his glittering terrible carriage, he claimed his due. Once Persephone successfully picks the flower from the ground, Hades, the king of the underworld, arrives in his carriage that is terrible and glittering. He claims Persephone as his own and takes her from the place to the underworld. Note the juxtaposition in the words glittering terrible. It is finished. No one heard her. No one. She had strayed from the herd. Persephone is gone. She is kidnapped by Hades, the king of the underworld. No one could hear her or find her. She has moved away from the people, venturing all alone, and she is lost. Remember, go straight to school. This is important. Stop fooling around. Don't answer to strangers. Stick with your playmates. Keep your eyes down. The lines in the parenthesis is the voice of the desperate mother's advice to her daughter to be safe and out of danger. A caring mother would always remind and command her children not to be silly, not to talk to unknown people, to play along with her friends, not to be lost, to keep eyes down, to notice the pits, and not to fall prey to those who deceive. The words can be the voice of Demeter warning her daughter, Persephone, to be cautious. It may also be the fear of each mother counseling her daughter by restricting her to be safe. It can also be the poet's own experience as an African American girl growing up in the middle of civil rights era. This is how easily the pit opens. This is how one foot sinks into the ground. The poem's concluding lines convey the message that one should not be careless. It makes them fall as a prey into the pit that is laid open by the enemies. Children should not get attracted towards something strange like the enticing narcissus flower and get trapped in danger. The poet finally demonstrates that the children get stuck in the ground unable to rescue themselves. The poem ends with the advice that the children and parents should be cautious about the dangers in the society. The various themes handled in the poem are about parenting, counseling children about the threat of strangers, and also the mother daughter relationship. The title refers to the fall of mythical goddess Persephone, the moment when Persephone slips from her mother and is falling. In the title, the word falling in the present tense tells that the event happens in the present time, right now, when the child is falling from her mother's protection. The title Persephone Falling is significant as it represents each and every girl. Here are a few references for further study. As always, thanks for listening. Thanks for your time. Thank you.